How's it going, everybody? Doing a gum chewing browsing video today. My first browsing with the capture card. I figured I'd do the Xbox One. See if they got anything good going on. Similar to Steam. I'm sure PlayStation and Nintendo do too. But lots of Game Pass, open worlds. So you don't have game. Oh, here we go. Capcom has got a publisher's sale. What do we got here? Sorry about the cat started playing with her toy. I'm filming this I'm in the living room, so this is on the 65-inch TV. How we got for the living room? D-Rising 4 for $6, solid deal. Off the Record for $5. Dead Rising 3 for $6, hell of a game. Realistically, Dead Rising 3 is it's not my personal favorite game. The original will always be my favorite, but Dead Rising 3 is the best game in the series. And all Dead Risings are on sale. A bunch of Dragon's Dogma, downloadable stuff. Nah. How much you doing here? Gold edition of Resident Evil 7. $16. Village is $20. That's gold edition, which can't be played on the. Do they allow you to play I thought the DLC for this was not compatible with the Xbox One. Was I wrong on that? Oh. Let's see. It had Xbox Action Adventure 50%. I expected a little more, to be honest with you. Maybe their summer sale comes later. Oh, they made another one of these? What was it called? Made of Scare? Scare? It was a really cool game. Was that what it was called? I never played it on here. It was one of the... Was it on Game Pass or was it on Xbox Live Gold? I did not know they made another one. Oh. It's something that has to do with... Looks like some kind of, round-based, of course, because that's always a natural progression from a solid horror title is to go to wave-based stuff. Maybe it's good, I don't know. That was a really cool horror game. That was pretty creepy. I don't know if I did gameplay of that. None of this here intrigues me. Whoa. My Xbox controller is beyond fucked, so it has to drift or whatever you call it. It'll just do its own thing. Enemy, oh my god. Batman: The Enemy Within. That was also, was there there was two Telltale series for this? $750 and $750. A little out of my range. I like the stuff to be 5 and below. This is like the Castlevania type game, right? I think this was a couple of people who were involved with some of the original Castlevanias, right? Made this and that other one I have. That one, I forget what it's called. Sure shit looks exactly like Castlevania would. Castlevania, there's a second one. Castlevania games were highly influential. The originals on the NES. This one does not have a trailer, apparently. It's funny when you see it's funny how a lot of the indie stuff especially has gone back and always was kind of like NES, Super Nintendo Gen, the 8-bit, 16-bit era type stuff. Even, you get to say Atari stuff as well. That's how they make it. Okay, here's another cat game. Cats and the Other Lives. Explore the reunion of a broken family from the perspective of a house cat. It sounds interesting, actually. $13 too much. This is a game I'm always looking at. I think this is like a point-and-click game. I used to look at it back on Best Buy too, but it's long disappeared from Best Buy's website. $5, pretty good though. Whoa. So I guess this, these people made, I guess, Deliver Us the Moon and these other games, huh? Town of Light. I played some of that on Steam. Deliver Us the Moon looked kind of cool too. Is that on here? No. I'm like extremely close to the TV too. It's kind of annoying because the HDMI cords are not long enough to get this thing further back towards the couch. I'm gonna have to find some I have to find some not even 6, probably about 10 footers. Crisis Remastered. Never played the first one. I remember playing this one a bit on the... Was this on the 360, right? I think I might have played some of this at some point, too. This is by the same people who made the Far Cry's, right? Or at least the earlier Far Cry's. Escape, First Alchemist, multiplayer first-person escape room adventure game. This is another one I would look at, even on the Switch. I think this is on. That look kind of cool. $4. These sales are good for 4 days. 4 more days. Yeah, it's not nothing. Oh, wow. Wait. What was that game? It was a Geometry Wars. Was it just called? That game was fun. Yeah, it looks like the same kind of thing. None of this stuff is really appealing to me, outside of a few. Was this? No. Didn't Insomniac make a game, like an underwater type game? $3. Did I buy this at some point? No, it would have told me I had it, right? They made a John Wick game, apparently. $2. Lego Brick Tales. Krampus Kills. Herdion Limbo. This does. What's the name of this game? Madness Beverage. Good name. I have this game on the PS4. Haven't opened it yet, though. Another turn-based, not turn-based, point-and-click type game. More escape room stuff. There's nothing here. And I'm kind of blowing through them, but there's like nothing here that interests me. I've looked at this game before. Survival horror. Bone-chilling body horror with escape room gameplay. Optimize. They'll straight up tell you if you can't play it on here. But optimize just means it will be better on the newer system. Ooh, I don't know. It's a pinball game. I saw the Indiana Jones thing. I was like, what do we got? Still looks kind of cool, though. I have the Star Wars one on the Oculus Quest, for all things. What's this? Man, what's that? Project Nightmares, Case 36, Henrietta, something. Kedward. Explore a living nightmare in this ever-changing, bone-chilling survival horror. Can you survive the horrors lurking in Henrietta Kedward's dark past? $10. It's kind of cool though to see. I have some of them, like the Phobia one. Some of these, Song of Horror. I hate to call them lower level survival horror games. It's nice to see though. You get a lot of these games from these smaller developers, and it's cool to see because they're kind of taking the torch, so to speak, from the older developers, and they're still making these games because you'll see some, like they did the Alone in the Dark remake, and you got the Silent Hill 2 remake coming. Now, Resident Evil is always going to be its thing, but like true survival horror type shit, you don't really see a lot of big budget. I wouldn't, the Dead Space is action horror too, I'm talking like the old school feel. Even Resident Evil now, it's its own thing, a different thing now. Although I guess you can say the remakes of 2, is 2 in particular, 3 is more action movie oriented. We've got some interactive movies. I love how they're like, let's bring back the Sega CD stuff. $3. Angering your cat is never a good idea. It's even worse if your pet turns out to be a maniacal genius. Help Max escape from his fate and survive this perfect punishment. Okay, then it's a straight up side scroller. Interesting. Oh, there it was, made a scar. That was a solid survival horror game. I like that one. I forgot about that game until I saw the Scar Ritual. That was a solid one. Yeah, just nothing. Subnautica is one people have talked about, and I've always looked at getting as well. I remember playing some of this once. I think it was a Xbox, or maybe it was on Game Pass or one of the other Xbox Live. Xbox Gold. It was kind of fun. Better to be played with multiple people. But you could play it with one person. It's just like a shoot 'em up type. We have this on the PS4, I think. My fiance played that one. Ending was, I remember watching, I think it was that. I remember watching it. Was it this one? Ending was a bit of a freaking downer, actually. This is supposed to be a decent game. I think this is the guy. I don't know if it was one or more people. I think it might have just been one. He did Gone Home, right? I think he did work on one of the BioShock 2 DLCs. What was it called? Minerva's Den or some shit. There's a ton of stuff here, but nothing, what's this? Adventure card game. Did I not hear about this or just forgot? I mean, that could be kind of something I'd like. Kind of like a Gwent or something. Oh, I have this game. I played some of it. It was decent. I got up to a part where this enemy just kept taking me out. I gotta figure out how to get around them. We have Typo Man. This is a game I've looked at, but was I looking at this on the PS4 back in the day? It reminded me of Shining in the Darkness on the Genesis. There's other games that have that kind of same perspective, yeah. Dungeon crawler in the first person view. There's other games like that now too. And there have been for a while, but I just remember Shining in Darkness back on the Genesis being that. That's it for that. Let's see. Now let's just see what's available. Oh wait, here we go. RoboCop's another one I want to check out at some point. I would like for it to be cheaper. The disc one never really goes on sale. Dark Forces, they remade this. Wasn't this on the PC back in the day? Rogue City. It looked kind of cool, this game, honestly. South Park Pinball. System Shock. Another remake. Oh, this is just Pinball FX again. Alright, I thought it was its own thing. What's this? AFL. That's the Arena Football League. Got some this B Simulator. The arcade stuff. I mean, the Atari flashback shit. This thing seemed kind of cool. I remember watching a video on this. I think it was Jeff Gersman's video, and it was cool because it has all the behind-the-scenes stuff, and it's like a documentary thing too, and they're talking about the original people who were responsible for the Atari and shit. Let's see what they got. Honestly, I'm not a big fan. I had that little Atari plug-in one, and there was like one or two games that were actually playable. I mean, it's just the games are just so unplayable now. Some you still can, but I have 5,200 games on this one. $7,800. This is it's wild. This is state of the art back then. It must have been cool, you know. I mean, I was around for the NES. I might have played some 2600, 5200. I can't remember. I did have a 7800, but that was, you know, the first Atari was out early, and, you know, the other older stuff, ColecoVision, whatever, the Odyssey and stuff. To be around when that stuff came out and be older and be like, holy shit, here we go, like this is the start and stuff. It must have been pretty cool. Cricket 24. What's this? They're probably picking that. I'm going to turn this off in a few minutes anyway, but the AC just kicked on. It's not an annoying sound or anything, but so this is a remake of a Atari game. I always look at getting this. I have this on my wish list on Amazon. It looked kind of alright. It's cheap too. Hotel, a resort simulator. I have this on the PS4. I need to play it at some point. I love that King's Bounty game once again on the Genesis. I didn't realize, someone was telling me on Instagram. They made a Kona too. I didn't even know they made a second one. And this one was kind of cool. I think did I do a gameplay of it? I might have. Maybe I didn't. More Pinball FX. Garfield Pinball. Can't go wrong with some Garfield. It's cool looking at the machines they make, layouts of the machines and stuff on the thing. Yeah, there's a bunch of Star Wars pinball shit. Pacific Rim has one. There's a lot. Snoopy. This Universal, so you have the Jaws ride. That's actually kind of interesting. I want to see that if they have any screenshots of that. Nice. I think they're putting out a Jaws Lego set in August that looks kind of cool. Oh, we got Xena here too, man. Shit. They really will put stuff out for anything. Xena was classic. Is that Knight Rider? Oh, is that Battlestar Galactica? It probably says it, right? Oh, Callisto. I had such a crush on the actress who played Callisto back in when that show. Oops, my controller's acting up again. Back in the day, her name was Hudson Lake, I believe her name was. Aliens, Family Guy, was that Bob's Burgers, Archer, and I can't. American Dad, which I think is funnier than. It's been funnier. I don't know if it's still on new episodes, but it became funnier than Family Guy fairly quickly. Oh look, Power Slave, the Iron Maiden album. Shadow Man Remaster. Like, wasn't this on the PlayStation and the Nintendo 64? It definitely was. Was it not on the PlayStation? Maybe it was only on the Nintendo 64. I looked at getting this game, but it just reviewed so badly. So badly. Too bad. Could always go for some Lord of the Rings stuff, but wasn't this a game? Yeah, wasn't that on like the Apple II back in the day? Yes. Or maybe the Commodore 64 was on those things. Kind of like that they do that stuff. This Turok, I had this on the Nintendo 64. I got a genuine article. So it looks like this group here, Night Dive Studios, they were on top of that Dark Forces too. I loved Turok when I had it back in the day, especially as I probably talked about it in other videos. Maybe I'll talk about it at some other point. I was playing this game at a specific time in my life where I was not doing well mentally because I first started like really getting panic attacks and feeling weird. It was just 12th grade, senior year of high school. Always kind of has a little bit of a special place because of that. Never played Turok 3 or 2. Wizardry. I have Wizardry 5, I think it is, on the Super Nintendo. Oh yeah, this would have been first then, yes. Similar to like a Shining in the Darkness, but this would have been before that. It's kind of annoying that the Ubisoft Plus, let me go to that real quick. And then I'll end it. I'm not going to look at those. Where is the subscriptions? I always forget they have movies on there as well. There we go. I'm always like, oh, it's $1 and it's big. No, you already did that deal like 50 times. It's not good for you. I cannot believe this one is $18. I should, though. It's Ubisoft, right? You get 70 plus games, right? Let's see what they have. Let's look at this real quick. Alright, so you got the Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition. You get the Ezio Collection, you got the Assassin's Creed games, Ghost Recon, The Division, Skull and Bones, Far Cry's are going to be on here, Watch Dogs, South Park Sick Truth, Rayman Legends, Avatar. I just love that. This came out as an exclusive for the Wii U called Zombie U, and then they put it out on everything else like 5 years later, just called it Zombie. It's actually kind of a cool game on the Wii U. Make good use of the gamepad. Scott Pilgrim, The Crew. This is another game I'm always looking at. Far Cry Blood, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, Immortals. But to me, for $18 right there, that is not worth it at all, in my opinion. I think if you get Game Pass now, you get it all, which is weird, but maybe you don't. I know you get EA Play, which is $5 a month. Or is it $6 now? I might have said $6. And you're not having, maybe not the variation, but you get a lot of the older stuff too. But you got Jedi Survivor here, you got all the sports stuff, if you're into that. You got the Dead Space remake, the Need for Speeds, Battlefield games, Dirt, and stuff like Lost and Random. You got the Mass Effects, It Takes Two, Rogue Squadron, all the Star Wars stuff. A Way Out, Burnout Paradise, Fee, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Titanfall, and you get the Xbox One stuff, Xbox 360 stuff as well. You got SSX. I think it has all Dead Spaces, Battlefields, Crisis 3, Dragon Age, Alice Madness Returns, Medal of Honor, Dante's Inferno. God, that game is infuriating. No pun intended, but it was black. And a couple of these little arcade games, Bejeweled and stuff. In my opinion, that's a 10 times better deal. Like at 5, or did it say, how much did it say? Wait, let me go back to that. Because I'm pretty sure it had the prices, but okay. Oh, it went up to 6. It used to be 5. Or maybe it was, no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 5. Still, compared to 18, 6 is worth it compared to 18. That's nuts. That's nuts. You do 12 months is $40. $40 for a year. You might not get much added to that over the course of a year, but still, there's enough on there for you to get $40 worth out of. Let's see how much this is for a year. They don't even have it for a year, apparently, and I'm not hitting the join button. But anyway. This is just the first little browsing with the capture card. And thanks for checking us out, and have a good day.